Welcome back to Kitchen Wisdom with Arina Photography. Come on into my kitchen studio, grab a cup of coffee, and don't mind the broom in the corner. It's there for a reason today. We're talking about something every home cook has faced at least once: broken dishes. Yep, the crash, the clatter, that heart-sinking sound of a plate or glass shattering on the floor. Especially around the holidays, when the kitchen is buzzing, guests are everywhere, and you're juggling 3 things at once. Dishes seem to leap right out of your hands. It's not glamorous, it's not delicious, but it is real life in the kitchen. And trust me, I've had more than my fair share of shattered plates and mugs while juggling cooking, photography, and, well, life. And just so you know, all the tools I mention in this episode, from brooms to duct tape, I'll leave links to them in the podcast notes for you to check out. The number 1 rule when cleaning up broken dishes: safety first. Don't rush. Don't try to grab pieces with bare hands. And for goodness sake, don't let kids or pets run into the scene of the disaster. I've learned that lesson the hard way. My daughter once thought it was funny to help pick up shards before I could stop her. Cue me doing my best Olympic sprint across the kitchen, yelling, "Don't touch that." Glass, ceramic, and drinking glass shards can be sharp, tiny, and sneaky. They don't just fall and sit politely where they land. No, they scatter like confetti, sometimes bouncing under appliances or hiding in corners you wouldn't expect. I've even found pieces days later while sweeping under the fridge or wiping down a countertop. Even when you think you've cleaned everything, there always seems to be that one rogue piece waiting for a barefoot victim, or to nick your hand while wiping the counter. That's why safety gear matters so much. Shoes keep your feet protected. Gloves give you a barrier against cuts, and slowing down helps you stay thorough. It's tempting to clean quickly and get back to the fun part of cooking or entertaining. But rushing is how accidents happen twice. So the goal is not just to clean quickly, but to clean thoroughly, with extra patience, double checks, and a mindset that broken dishes deserve as much care as a recipe itself. Here's my system that saved me many times. It's not fancy or complicated, but it's the method I've built after countless broken mugs, plates, and even a casserole dish or 2. Every time I hear that crash, my heart sinks. But having a plan in mind makes it so much less overwhelming. Instead of panicking, I take a breath, remind myself I've done this before, and get to work. This little routine has saved me from injuries, late-night vacuuming sessions, and even a few tears of frustration. Here's what I do. Clear the area. The very first thing I do is get everyone out of the kitchen, including pets. It sounds obvious, but kids and dogs don't always understand the danger, and they're curious. Clearing the area makes sure no one gets hurt, while you're still figuring out where all the pieces landed. Protect yourself. Next, I always put on shoes and, if I have them nearby, gloves. Shards are unpredictable, and stepping on one barefoot or grabbing one the wrong way can end the cleanup real fast and start a trip to the first aid kit. It's a simple step, but it makes a world of difference. Pick up large pieces. For the big, visible chunks, I use a thick paper, towel or piece of cardboard to scoop them up. Using your hands, even carefully, is just asking for a cut. With something sturdy in between, you can safely toss them without risking your fingers. Sweep the area. After the big pieces are gone, I go straight for the broom and dustpan. I always sweep more than once and from different angles, because tiny shards like to hide in cracks or stick to the floor. Some people skip right to vacuuming, but I prefer sweeping first, unless I see that there aren't any medium-sized pieces left. By medium, I mean nail-sized shards that are too big for the vacuum to handle safely but too small to pick up by hand. If none of those are left, I'll sometimes go straight to the vacuum. Sweeping first clears most of the danger and makes vacuuming safer. Vacuum the area, then I bring out the vacuum. For tile or hardwood, it's great for sucking up those microscopic slivers. On carpet, I go slowly and make multiple passes because glass can settle deep in the fibers. Personally, I love my cordless vacuum for this. It's light, easy to grab, and I don't have to wrestle with cords while I'm already stressed about the mess. Damp cloth, wipe down. Finally, my favorite step, I take a damp paper towel or even a slice of bread and blot the area. Moisture makes even the tiniest shards stick, the kind you can't see but you definitely feel if you step on them later. This extra step gives me peace of mind that the kitchen really is safe again. I've dropped enough plates during photo shoots to know that cleaning broken dishes is an art form. One time, I broke a glass cake stand right in the middle of decorating cookies. Not only did I have glass everywhere, but I also had royal icing slowly hardening on the cookies while I scrambled to clean up. It felt like a bad sitcom episode, me trying to juggle shards of glass with one hand and a piping bag in the other. Lesson learned, always pause, clean safely, then get back to the fun part. Cookies can wait, your feet cannot. Over the years, I've collected a few quirky tricks that make the process easier. Keep a small roll of duct tape or packing tape in your kitchen drawer. After sweeping and vacuuming, press the sticky side gently to the floor. Any stray slivers will cling to it. I've even used a lint roller in a pinch. And if you've ever stepped on one of those sneaky shards a day later, you know it's worth the extra minute. Another tip, do a flashlight check. Turn off the main lights and shine a flashlight low across the floor. The shards sparkle like stars, and you'll see pieces you'd never notice otherwise. And humor me on this one. Never try to multitask, clean up while cooking. I once tried to wipe down glass while sautéing onions. Let's just say the onions survived better than I did. Now my rule is clean first, cook second, sanity intact. Once you've cleaned it up, don't just toss shards straight into the trash bag. That's how you end up with a sliced open bag and a trail of danger across the kitchen floor. Instead, wrap them in several layers of newspaper, tuck them into a paper grocery sack, or place them inside a sturdy box or plastic container before throwing them out. Some people even use an old coffee can or peanut butter jar with a lid. That way, the shards are sealed away and can't poke through. The goal is to contain the glass so it won't slice through the trash bag or your fingers later. And while we're at it, never stomp down on the trash bag to make more room right after you've tossed in broken dishes. Trust me, that is not the surprise you want. Always label the bag or container if others in the house take out the trash, so nobody gets an unpleasant surprise. As for prevention, it really comes down to a few small habits that save big headaches. Don't overload dish racks. When they look like a game of Shenga, it's only a matter of time before something tumbles. Don't stack plates too high in the cupboard, especially if you're in a rush and grabbing from the bottom. And if you're clumsy like me, resist the urge to carry 6 glasses, 3 plates, and a bowl in one trip. I've learned to embrace the 2-trip rule. Better to walk back for the extra plate than to regret a crash. Honestly, 2 trips save a lot more time than stopping to sweep, vacuum, and bandage a toe. Broken dishes happen to all of us. It's just part of life in the kitchen. The trick is handling them safely and calmly. With the right steps, you can make sure the only thing you lose is the dish, not your time, fingers, or sanity. If you'd like more of my kitchen wisdom, stories, and recipes, visit my blog at Arina Photography, or check out my YouTube channel for tutorials. and behind the scenes peeks at my kitchen studio. And remember, clean carefully, laugh at the mishaps, and then get back to the fun of cooking and creating.